All right. So we have a regular hexagon inscribed in a circle. So here's my circle. Hexagon means 6. So I'm going to put 6 little hash marks on my circle, and then I will connect those hash marks. And that will be a regular hexagon inscribed in a circle with a radius of 12.
I didn't know last class turned into art class.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, well, this was geometry 2 years ago, so let's wake up and smell the coffee here. So I drew in all of my radii. You don't need to do that. I did that though to show you something. Would you agree that all the radii that I drew in are 12 inches? Yep. And all of these triangles are congruent, right?
Yeah.
It's a regular figure. Everything's equal. If I could find the area of this triangle, I could multiply it by 6, and that would be the area of the whole figure, agreed? Now, we have learned in the last couple days 2 ways to find the area of a triangle. One half base times height is old news, but still workable if you want to do that. We've learned 1/2 side sine, and we've learned Hero's formula. Now, Hero is out of the question here because what do we need if we're going to do Hero's formula? All 3 sides. We don't have it. However, we have 2 sides. Could we find this angle? That is the angle in between the sides. Could we find that? Oh yeah. How many of them are there?
6.
6. They're all equal. They add up to 360. So each one of them must be, there's 6 of them. They add up to 360 and they're all equal. They're 60. So the area of the triangle is 1/2 12 12 sine 60. Now that's the triangle. The hexagon will be 6 times the triangle, right? So somebody, my calculator's out there somewhere, let's type it in. 1/2, Dana, type it. 1/2, 12 12 sine 60.
Sine 1260.
And then times 6.
That's like, you're really
And what do you get?
374.
374 point
1, 2, 3.
1 2
62.35. What? And then times, oh my gosh, times it by 6.
What is that next? Is that a triangle next to the 6?
Mhm.
Pay attention, bro.
What would you do for the plus?
Okay, now, could we do the same thing on quiz day if instead of a hexagon, it had been an octagon? We would do the same thing, right? Only instead of doing stuff with 6, we would be doing the same things with 8.
8.
All right, a parallelogram
I know what that is. Parallel sides.
has sides of 18 and 26
Parallel angle.
and an angle of 39.
Which means the other corner is 39. The other corner is 39.
So this would also be 39.
Correct.
Could we find these?
Decker. My Decker.
What would these be?
Those would be
39 minus, or 180 minus 39.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Which is what, 141?
Whoa, what? Wow. How'd you get that?
How'd I get that? Because it's
The
regular.
consecutive, it isn't regular, stop. The consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary.
Oh,
These
so
are
better. Yeah,
parallel
yeah,
lines.
you're right on that.
geometry stuff.
Okay, so I know everything there is to know about that parallelogram. Now, what am I trying to find out? The shorter diagonal. Now, the shorter diagonal, is it gonna be diagonal 1 or diagonal 2? One. That's the shorter diagonal, and I am finding the length of it. Now, I want you listening, paying attention. When you draw that line through that 141,
Split half.
it becomes unusable.
Yeah. And now we gotta do.
It
long
is
sides.
not split in
No,
half.
Mosso is not split, no.
It is not split in half. So now, we're not doing the area. That would be easy if we were, but we're not. We're finding how long that is.
Oh, we can do that.
So we're either gonna do law
The
of
back is there. The
sines
back is there.
or law of cosines. Now,
It's not right.
do you have angle and sine?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, no.
Do we split?
Do you have angle and sine?
No.
Angle and sine.
No.
So you're not using the law of
Sine.
sine. You're gonna have to use the law of
We
cosine.
we split it or not?
No.
So, x squared and cosine 39.
JP, don't split.
There's a lot of screwing around. We gotta stop it. We gotta focus. Law of cosine's got x squared and cosine 39. Now, in the middle is gonna go 18 squared plus 26 squared minus 2 times 18 times 26. Now, you can type all this in, there's no variables in here. So you can just, but when you get it all typed in, you have to remember to square root it. All right, do it right now. Come on. Dana, type this in and square root it.
Cut that out.
First 39. And then square root.
Yeah, square root, after you type it all in, hit equals. Got it, Tyler? What'd you get?
60.51.
Yeah, that's what I got.
16.
16.5.
I got that.
And put a unit on it, that would be feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got that. No, you didn't. Send it. I got that. Here you go.
I want to.
Check your line. I don't know what you're laughing at.
If you are finding a side or an angle, you must use the law of sines or cosines. Don't do area. Only do area when it says find the area. All right, C. So I'm not gonna draw all this stuff, I'm just gonna draw the triangle here. We know this is 860 feet. This is 78. This is 175 feet. And what are we trying to find? We're trying to find distance AB.
Yes.
So again, that is a length. Okay? So you're gonna do law of sines or law of cosines.
Wait, it's gonna be law of cosine. It's gonna be law of cosine. You don't have an angle inside.
You don't have a pair. Guys, remember when we circled these? You don't have that number, so you can't use that.
Exactly.
You don't have that, you don't have that.
If we did, then you get it. Yeah, cross signs, of course we have that.
It's law of
X
cosine.
squared equals something cosine 78.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
What's gonna go in the middle?
860 squared. Plus 175 squared. Times, or minus 2 times 860, 175.
Code 7.
Date is locked in now.
Stop.
And again, this one's an easy one to type in because there are no variables in there. You just type all that in,
Squared.
hit equals, square root it, and you got your answer, which is
$707,600. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I messed up.
840. We know you missed it.
841.22
Oh, I didn't square it.
feet.
You're good.
841.22. Bang.
You're good. Bro, you're not. You're never
All right.
1,262. Garbage.
You must be a Brady.
Two airplanes flying together in formation take off in different directions. So here's the airport. This is where they're leaving from. One flies due east at 350 miles an hour. The other flies east northeast. Okay, so remember, this is northeast,
Yeah.
right? And this is east northeast. Because it's on the, this is east. It's on the east side of the northeast line. Okay? Now, what angle is this right here? This guy right here?
45.
That is not 45.
Not even close. 30.
22.5.
22.5. Who said that?
Oh, it's 45.
Okay, Grace.
My bad.
Tell them how you figured out it's
I know how to do
22.5.
it.
It's half of 45 and the whole thing's 90.
I get it.
Okay. Sometimes it behooves us, boys, to think before we talk.
Oh.
Yeah, he's talking.
I get better quiz Grace than what it is.
Yeah, whatever.
How far apart
No, I'm not.
are the two airplanes? How far apart are the two airplanes after 2 hours? Okay, now remember, the east plane was flying at 350 miles an hour for 2 hours. So how long is this vector right here? 700 miles. The other airplane was doing 380 miles an hour for 2 hours. So he is, how far is his? 760. And we want to know how far apart they are, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's not area, it's law of sines or cosines. Which one is it? Here we go. X squared
Well, it's 760
cosine 22.5. And then what's in the middle?
760 squared.
700 squared in either order, 760 squared, those two added together. Minus 2, 700, 760. And again, this is all numbers. So type it in. Take the square root.
57.6.
What is it?
57.6.
57?
No.
My bad, I did something wrong.
Think before you talk.
What did I do wrong?
I got 854. Oh wait,
I got 290.85.
Yeah.
Wait, did I not read
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
290.8, yes.
760
290.85.
squared by 2.
So I got 290.5.
And then you
Times
got cos.
times cosine 2.5. And then with the answer, 57.6. You rooted. What did I do wrong?
You did it wrong. I don't know what you did wrong, but you did it wrong.
Are you in Meridian?
Wait, let me see what you did. You did 76 now.
It doesn't matter what order.
No, but you have to do cosine here. No, it's not the whole thing.
I did a code.
Good, times that whole thing. The cosine's only times.
Oh, you're right.
Remember, we type all this in at once.
Yeah.
You just type that in. Don't be splitting it up and doing different things. It's all at once. All right, are you okay with that answer?
You average a D quiz grade.
Yes, you do.
You okay? All right, boys and girls, get out your practice quiz that we practiced to prepare for today's quiz.
Don't let them take that.
I had a 100% test.
Oh, you want to?
Stop.
It's 40.
Oh, you
And
weren't
practice
here.
quiz.
You more practice quizzes?
I don't know, Joe, you have to go back and look in the black pen. Yeah, we did, remember I told you to keep this because we did this one already?
Yes.
Now we're doing this one, all right? So here we go. Solve triangle CHS. Now where you put your CH and S doesn't matter, I'm putting it like this. H is 59, C is 10, S is 12.
I didn't have
What does it mean to solve the triangle? We did it on today's quiz. Find everything that's missing. So we have to find angle C, angle S, and side H. These are the missing pieces. So taking a look at the triangle, you are always, look at me, always gonna do law signs or law of cosine. So pick out which one.
Law of cosine.
Gonna have to be cosines. You do not have the right information to do sines. So, we'll find H, and out here will be cosine 59.
I got 10.97.
Wait a second. So what's in the middle? LeBron, got any ideas what's in the middle of my law cosines here?
10 squared plus 12 minus 2. 10, 12, 10 times 12.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we're gonna type all that in, one big type, and square root it.
10.97.
What is it?
10.97.
I'm gonna write that down, but I'd like someone to confirm that.
Yes. It's 10.97. I think that's right.
Thank you.
Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Jack, are you typing with us back there? Jack, go on.
I've typed.
Okay, all right, good, good. All right, now we're not done with the problem. Now what do we have to do?
On the angles. So law of
Find the
sine.
angles. So now, let's find angle S. Now we have this, right?
Sine.
So we can say sine 59 over 10.97. Now remember,
We gotta use
that
big
number is in
number
your
in
calculator.
calculator.
So just leave it, it's fine. What does that equal? Sine S over 12. So sine S is 12 sine 59
Divided by answer.
divided by answer. That's exactly right.
Oh, I messed it up.
No, you didn't. If you type this in, remember, and you're using your answer
Divided
button,
by answers.
but that is just gonna be the sign. So this is gonna be a decimal. How do we get the actual angle?
Yeah, the inverse
Your
is.
second sign, inverse
Second
sign,
sign, yeah.
right? So your answer is gonna be the inverse sign of all this. And again, use your answer button there. Don't type in 10.97, use your answer button. Sometimes it'll make a difference, sometimes it won't. We might as well be accurate. So what did you come up with for angle S?
69.63.
69.63?
Yeah.
Caitlin, is that what you said? Okay. And then, of course, once you have found angle S, then you just add them up and subtract. So that's going to be what?
51.3 seconds.
51. Does anybody have a question about that? Good? All right, number 2,
I don't know the area from one.
find the area. Now, wait a second. You guys, look at that triangle. What do you know about it?
We have all sides.
You have all the sides,
Heroes.
which means we can use Hero's formula.
Oh, what's that?
So Hero's formula is this big radical, right?
Yes.
How many things are under the radical? 4. The first thing that's under the radical is half the perimeter. So 6.5. And then what are all the other things? 6.5 minus each side. Dana, you don't put any of those numbers in there. None of those numbers go in here. What goes in here is 6.5 minus each one. So that will be 3.5, 0.5, and 2.5. Right?
Yeah.
And now what do? Multiply them all together and take the square root of that. And what do you come up with?
$5.332.
5.332?
No, 333 actually.
333?
Yeah. It never says what decimal place to round to.
That's right.
So 3.
So it could be 3.3.
Could be 3.
Can't
3.2
be
is not possible.
3.3. 3.3. It can't be 3.3. Anybody have a question about that?
What'd I do?
Vincendra, you got all that?
Yeah.
Easy. Easy. All
Do we
right,
not just put
last one. How do we find the area of this triangle? Guys, how are we gonna find the area of that triangle?
Law sign.
We gotta find another side.
Yeah.
We have to find another side.
Law sign.
So do you wanna find side R or side P?
Side P. R.
R?
E.
Okay,
can't
we're not gonna
find-
fight about it because it really doesn't matter.
R.
It doesn't
Unless
matter.
you R.
It really doesn't matter.
Sine
E.
73 over 19
Over sine 58 or X.
equals sine 58 over P. All right, we can do that. So P equals 19 sine 58 over sine 73. Am I gonna have to do that whole second sine thing?
Yes.
No.
No, oh, it's a side, it's a side,
I
yes.
only do that if I am trying to find an angle. And I know all the angles. That's 58, that's 73, what's this one?
16 point, oh wait, that one is 16.85. No,
Oh.
that's not the 8, but she actually.
59.
Yeah. And then it's 16.85.
Yes.
So this is 16.85?
Yeah.
We have to do the other one regardless, right?
No,
No.
now you're done. Remember, what's your goal? Your goal
the
isn't
area.
to solve the triangle,
The
you're
area.
finding the
Area.
area. And area is 1/2 side times sine of included angle.
Oh, the one that splits them?
No, in between them, the included angle. If you're gonna do these two sides, then you gotta use 59. Now, as before, this is in your calculator, so use your answer button. So 1/2 19 answer, sine 59 equals, and what is
One
that?
hundred thirty-seven point two.
Yeah.
Now, you got
49.
What?
59.
oh, is that 49?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'll make mistakes. You gotta think.
Well, that's gonna change the answer, so what is that?
48.
What is it?
120.80.
I did not use that angle in my calculations, so I don't need to worry
So
about
that's
that.
okay.
Now, remember, some of you wanted to find side R,
Yeah.
and that would be okay, you would find it the same way, but then your area would be 1/2 19 this sine 58.
Yeah.
Because you, whatever side you're using, you must choose the angle that is in between them. Okay? All right, guess what happens tomorrow? Over 5.6.
I'm ready for this.
Also, your law cosines homework is due Wednesday. But if you want to do that tonight, I will entertain questions before the quiz tomorrow. If you want to take a look at that 5.6 homework.
Will we have a test over this?
Yeah.
Will we have a test over 5.5?
We're gonna have a quiz. It won't be a test. but we're gonna have a big quiz.
Will the next unit be harder?
No, none of them are hard.
Thank you. Last one was hard.
No. When they're hard,